Hello, everyone, and welcome to our chapter 3 for our PowerPoint certification. So before we begin this chapter, we want to make sure that we have 3 documents related to this chapter downloaded and saved to our computer. So the first document should be obviously our chapter 3 slides that we have open right now. And the other documents should be the Word document that is titled Agenda for Chapter 3 PowerPoint document, and the destination PowerPoint for Chapter 3 PowerPoint. So these are just additional documents that you need downloaded to complete the exercises in this chapter. So for our first exercise, they want us to import an outline from Word that is titled Agenda and to place that after slide 3 and to position the text from that outline in the middle of the slide. So we'll go to slide 3 and we'll be in the Home tab. We'll go to New Slide and click Slides from Outline. Once we do that, we should go to wherever we saved that outline, that Word document that we downloaded. For example, I saved it in my downloads, so I'm going to go to Download, and there it is, my Agenda for Chapter 3 PowerPoint Word document. So I'll click it and click Insert. We'll see a new slide shows up with the text that is in that Word outline. So we'll go to that new slide, and they want us to position that text in the middle of our slide. So we'll click any word in that text, and we'll see our new text box show up. Once we see that text box, we'll just click and drag to be in the middle of the slide. So we can import Word outlines to integrate, content and data from other files, such as spreadsheets and text files. And it allows us to integrate information from various types of documents, such as, Word or other PowerPoint slides. And it just allows us to, instead of having to manually copy and paste that information, we can just directly import it. Next, they want us to import the slides from another presentation that's named Destination, and to import all the slides from this presentation after the last slide in this presentation. So we'll scroll down and we'll see that our last slide is a maintenance and global basis slide. So we'll click on it and we'll go back to New Slide and then click Reuse Slides. So when we click that, our Reuse Slides pane should show up, and your pane might look a bit different than mine because this pane shows up all the PowerPoint presentations that you currently have stored in your computer. But the most recent one, if you saved it correctly, should be the destination PowerPoint for Chapter 3. So if you have that, you'll click on it and have Use Source Formatting enabled. And then to insert both slides, we'll click Insert Slide right here. So slide 1, insert slide, slide 2, insert slide. And then we could just exit it out of that navigation pane or the Reuse Slides pane once we're done. So here we are able to import PowerPoints from a different presentation. For example, let's say you're working on a project together with different members of different departments, and those departments have different research and different areas where their research is stored. And instead of having to, again, manually copy and paste that information, which can be a tedious task, you can just import it directly if you have it saved to your computer. Next, they want us to insert a new slide after slide 6 with the title and content style. And in the title box, they want us to type in locations. And in the text box, they want us to type in, our airline offers destinations to many locations. So we'll go to slide 6. So that should be the international network highlight slide. We'll go to new slide again, and we'll click title and content because that's the layout the instructions want us to have. So in the title box, they want us to type in locations. So this is the title box where it says click to add title. So I'll type in locations. And in the text box, they want us to type in, our airline offers destinations to many locations. So this is a text box underneath, and that's what we're going to type in. Our airline offers destinations to many locations. Next, they want us to duplicate slide 3 and then to hide slide 4. So we'll go to slide 3, which is fleet composition. We'll right-click on the slide and then click duplicate slide. So here we're able to duplicate slides. It saves time by avoiding the need to recreate the content and formatting from scratch. And we could also allowing for the rapid creation of a new slide with the same design or components. So let's say we just wanted to change the title here and the information here, but we still wanted, this plain icon here and all the formatting to stay the same. So we could just easily duplicate that slide. And their instructions are telling us to hide slide 4. So we'll go to that slide that we just duplicated, which should be slide 4. Right click and hide it. So we'll click hide slide. And we'll see that it's hidden because where it says the slide number, it's crossed off and it's a bit blurred out the slide itself in the navigation pane. And that allows us to customize the presentation for specific audiences or shorten the overall presentation time. And next, for exercise 5, on slide 2 only, they want us to change the background to white background 1. So we'll go to slide 2. We'll go to the design tab in the ribbon. And under customize, we'll click format background. We'll click solid fill because they want it to be a solid white color. And for our color, we'll click the drop down and change it to white. So we'll change it to white background 1. And we see the name of each theme color by hovering over, and it shows the name of it. So we'll click on it and exit out. So this is just useful if you want to change the slide color for only one slide in the presentation without affecting all of the other themes and colors of the other slides. Next, they want us to apply the footer of Ascend Airlines to all of the slides and also to apply slide numbers to be visible on all slides. So to do that, we would go to the Insert tab in the ribbon, and then we would go to the text group and click Header and Footer. When this pop-up shows up, we'll enable slide number because we want the slide numbers to be shown on each slide in the presentation. And then we'll enable footer. And here in the footer, we'll type in Ascend Airlines. We also have the option to not show this on the title slide, just in case we don't want our title slide to be part of being numbered or having the footer. But the instructions told us not to do anything with that, so we won't enable it. So we'll click Apply to All to apply to all of the slides. And we'll see on each slide in the presentation that there's a footer that says Ascend Airlines, and there's a slide number attached to each slide. So that allows us to, when we're presenting with a group or with a company and they want it to show that, oh, this is the group that's presenting, or this is a company, like this is our research, we want this associated with the company, you can easily add the name of the company as a footer on all the slides. And if you want to see the number of the slide you're on, for example, if you're teaching a class and you're like, okay, let's go to slide 3, and having, like some issues with that, there's a little number at the bottom that says slide 3. And next, above slide 3, they want us to create the section and to name it Fleet Comp. And above the slide that's named International Network Highlights, they want us to name it International. So we'll go to slide 3, right click, and press Add Section. And under the section name, we should type in fleet comp and click rename. We'll do the same thing for the slide that's named International Network Highlights. So that should be slide 7. We'll right click on slide 7, add section, and this time type in international. And just make sure you're spelling and capitalizing everything properly. So you're typing in international and click rename. So here in PowerPoint, sections allow us to collapse and expand groups of slides to focus work, to easily reorder or remove the chunks of content, and assign sections to different team members, and create a high-level outline visible in the slide sorter view. So, like let's say this is a presentation for a company, and instead of having, only 11 slides right now, there's 50 slides. And you were assigned to work on a certain section, such as working on uploading the sales of the past 5 years up to this PowerPoint. And you want to go to the sales section. Instead of having to be distracted and try to figure out what's the sales section, you have a name that would say sales, and then you could collapse the other sections by going next to a section name, such as I'll go next to international. And right next to international, there should be this triangle. We'll click on that triangle and it collapses the section. So it's just easier to navigate between the different slides and sections. And to uncollapse the section, to expand it, we'll click that triangle again. And the last thing they want us to do in this chapter is to rename the section global to hubs and to drag the hub section before the international section. So we'll try to find the global section. So it's the one above slide 9. We should right click on the word global and click rename section. Now it's the same thing as naming a section. We'll type in hubs and click rename. And to drag the hub section and to drop it before international, we would click on the word hubs, and we see that our navigation pane transforms. It doesn't show the slides anymore, but it only shows the names of each sections. So this is just useful for when you're dragging and dropping and having to reorder the sections. So they want us to drag it and drop it before international. So I'll put it before international. So now we see the slides that are associated with hubs are placed before the international slides. And that's it for chapter 3.